friendship forged in music, a partnership in its fourth decade, a lifetime in pursuit of the perfect song, and a community built along the way. 14 studio albums and another one in the wings. The band is Skydiggers. This is Employee of the Myth, Episode 12, T'aime Toujours, Mon Amour. And now, in conversation with Jane Gowan of the Music Buddy podcast, Andy Maize and Josh Finlayson. Skydiggers.
So we've come to the final track on Hide Your Light, Bide Your Time, and Je t'aime toujours, mon amour, French.
Mm-hmm. Mais oui, d'accord.
How did this one come about, and what made you want to add the our second language?
Started out, the first verse is mine, the second verse is Andy's, and it started out just, we were preparing for the recording out west. And we'd run through a bunch of the songs, and one day I was we were probably getting together at my place, and I think I was just playing, and I started just doing, some finger picking. Like a lot of stuff I do is Travis style finger picking, and I just sang. I started singing these lines, and I think it was like at that point, we had, it would have been January, February of 22. Yeah. And so, we'd kind of things had been open with the pandemic, and we had done some playing, and then everything got shut down again just before Christmas. I guess it was Omicron that was going on, and it was just like, oh my God, like it's just, and Toronto, as you were saying earlier, was especially shut down, and it was like, we've done everything we were asked to do, and it's just like, okay, for fuck's sakes, let's just get, So the first verse is just about that, and it was done in that style, and then I played it to Andy when he came over, and he laughed, and he said, let's make this the last thing we record on the record. And then he came up with another verse which included the second language. And we intended to record it with Joby, but I can't remember why we didn't. And then in the meantime, we still wanted to record it. And then I know that I started, I love Django Reinhardt. I'm a big, so I started, one day I was just fooling around, and I started playing these, what I would call fake jazz chords, because I don't know what they are, and then singing the melody to it. And then I played it to Andy, and then we came here to the Woodshed where we're recording this, and recorded it with Tim Vesely, who played bass on it and sang on it with us. It was the five neat guys, one of the vocal accompaniment.
And he's playing upright bass, right?
Yeah.
The one that sits in the corner of this studio.
Yeah. So in the end, it sounded less Django Reinhardt and probably more like Ink Spots or
Platters.
No. The B sharps.
The B sharps.
Oh my God! I'm trying to think of that. I had written. My mom had a bunch of their records. A vocal group. They were like. They usually had a ukulele, but it was just vocal stuff, and they would do. It was amazing.
The Mills Brothers.
The Mills Brothers. Thank you.
Oh,
it was the Mills Brothers. So
awesome.
it sounded
Mills
more
Brothers.
Mills Brothers than Django Reinhardt, which was totally fine. Like it was fun. Like it's a bit tongue in cheek and kind of fun, and it's kind of a breath of fresh air, really.
It is. It's a breath of fresh air. It's fun. It's upbeat. Was it your intention to end on a high note? Did you want to just leave the album,
I think
dancing?
When Andy said, let this be the last recording, because it was the last thing I think we really kind of worked on, and it was I think we were just about to go out west, and so that became the reason. If my memory serves me right, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I guess I hadn't thought of it really that way. I just we had just made that decision, and I actually didn't think it was going to even end up on the record, because we didn't record it with Joby, maybe we tried, but I don't know. And at that time, we were still doing it kind of the Travis finger picking style, which we've done lots of, and that's what made this kind of a bit more appealing in the end. I think just because there's something. It was just more light-hearted and humorous.
At the risk of overstepping into a ridiculous comparison, but it's our nod to something like Her Majesty at the end of
the Beatles.
Yeah, it's Abbey Road, isn't it? I don't remember.
Abbey Road.
Anybody?
I've never heard of them.
Spartacus.
Yeah, but
Spartacus.
What the heck?
Yeah, but it's just a way to a nod to those kind of favorite moments.
Yeah, and it's also the theme song for this podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, now I've heard it a lot of times, and I'm still not sick of it.
Oh, good.
Well, that's good.
It just makes me want to sing along more.
I think it's the bass playing.
That's right.
It's such a great guitar part you have on that, and I love your Django stylings, Josh. Do you think you can reenact that today?
For sure.
Here in the studio?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. And Tim's going to play bass? Right on. And sing? Okay, this is going to be fun. Je t'aime toujours at the Woodshed.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't look to me for the answer. I don't know nothing anymore. I'll do my best in the meantime and wonder what it's been for. Even though I'm less than perfect, I'm still the one that you adore. Let every day be like our first one. Je t'aime toujours, mon amour. Don't look to me for the answer. I don't know nothing anymore. I'll do my best in the meantime and wonder what it's been for. Je t'aime toujours, mon amour. Je t'aime toujours, mon amour.
This album is unique, it's fresh, it's different from some of your albums, but not such a departure that it's not still recognizable very much so as Skydiggers. It's still comforting, but it is, like I was saying earlier, it is kind of a leap of faith maybe in a direction that you wanted to go. Are there things that you've learned from making this album that have surprised you?
Not really, but I will say this. When we started 2020, we were all about getting the vinyl manufactured for our first record, and then having a party and celebrating that, and then the pandemic hit, mm-hmm. and I don't know if Josh and I really saw each other for about 2.5 months.
Right.
And then when the weather improved, in June of 2020, we got together in Josh's backyard and we started playing.
Right.
And we were so excited to be playing on that day that we got drunk afterwards. We started out with 1 drink and then we had 2, and it was a celebration of just the joy of making music together. Mm-hmm. And I realize now that day was the beginning of this recording. That this is a celebration of the two of us making music together, that we've been making music together for over 35 years. Mm-hmm. And that's how I think about this recording. Mm-hmm. But that day broke this, because I couldn't really even think about music for almost 3 months. It just I was reading books and walking, and we were having nice family meals together, as I hope a lot of people did. But
Yeah.
But with all of the cancellations and interruptions, it took me a while to get over the disappointment of not being able to play these shows that I was looking forward to playing, that we were looking forward to playing.
Yeah.
But that day that we got together was the beginning of getting things back on track, and so that led to this record.
I'm glad you did. I mean, your positive outlook really came through. So what do you think, Josh?
It feels like making records now is an indulgence for us. I think we're very lucky, and we are very aware that we're lucky that we have an audience that will come and see us and support us, and they want to hear, the songs that they connected with over the years. So when we make records, it's more about our indulgence. So that's a real gift for us. That sort of makes our musical journey really interesting. I mean, if anyone hears it and likes it, that's a bonus. But to me, it's tied into being able to go out and perform for an audience still. I don't know if it was what I learned as much as what was reconfirmed for me, in that I'm very grateful that people will come see us, and that we've made a connection in the lives of an audience that is, that's what a gift that is.
And now that you've finished this album, you're in the process of promoting it and getting it out there, do you have any sparks of other things, other projects you're going to do that are coming next?
We'll tour in the fall, and probably beyond the fall too. I mean, it'll. Usually the one thing new records do for us is that it shakes the trees a little bit, and people hear the name or hear songs, and then often shows come as a result of that as well. So, but as far as new recordings, I don't know what there's nothing in the works, but I know there's already some songs that we could do, and what we want to do and how we want to do it is to be determined. But yeah, that's for another podcast, I guess.
Well, you seem to have found inspiration in so many parts of your life, and it's really a pleasure to share that with you and to hear what's come out of that. And it's a remarkable body of work that you've put together so far, and I can't wait to hear what's next, and I can't wait to hear these live. And now we're going to get to the song, which is from Warmth of the Sun, 2017, a beautiful album. And the song is called Nothing Lasts Forever. Nothing lasts forever, maybe except for music and memories. I mean, a lot of the times we've been talking about music that's from the 1940s or the 30s that we love. I mean, if your goal has been to make timeless music, do you think that this will be something that goes on into the future?
We can only hope.
Yeah, that it would be a little presumptuous to put yourself in that category.
Yeah.
But it's remarkable that we're still able to do it. Really, that like from when we talked about earlier about all of our dreaming, and Andy described sitting very stoned in an apartment in Toronto, playing and writing songs, and scheming and dreaming about what it could be.
Yeah.
And being surrounded by contemporaries and either people we knew or didn't know at the time that were starting to do that. Now looking back, it just seems remarkable that it's happened the way it's happened. And so, wherever any of that stuff lands, it's not really up to us anyway. So, that the fact that we've made a connection with people with the songs is kind of, what else could you ask for?
Sometimes it's about a feeling and hoping to feel it again. And sometimes that moment can be fleeting. But that's okay, because while it lasted, everything was perfect. from Warmth of the Sun, Skydiggers, live off the floor at the Woodshed, and Nothing Lasts Forever.
Nothing lasts forever, so tell me why you tried to turn this into something that you can't leave behind. If you will not let me go, I'll leave you far behind. I will never let you go, nor will I change my mind. Let's talk about the weather, or let's talk about the lies, or let's talk about the fact that you can't look me in the eye. 'Cause if you will not let me go, I'll leave you far behind. I will never let you go, nor will I change my mind. Boom, 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 boom.
So with the new music, are you finding that you're getting new fans too? Are there fresh people coming out to the shows that you've never seen before?
Well, most of the people we've never seen before are the children of the people that we've seen before. The offspring, because they're no longer children.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice. The next
And they look
generation.
just like Andy and I. That's the weird thing.
Wait a minute.
Ripped from the headlines. Well, to those people some of them who might want to start bands in the future, do you have any words of wisdom that you want to impart?
Have fun and do it with people that you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just do what you love, like if anyone else likes what you do, that's a bonus. But if you like it, then that's all that matters, Mm-hmm. It's pretty tough to chase down something that you think someone else wants. To me, that's a bit of a dead end creatively. So do what you love, and if people like it, then that's a bonus.
Well, thank you for this album. And
thank you, Jane. Thanks
good luck
for,
with everything that comes
Thank you,
next.
Jane.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
Thanks,
guys.
Tim.
And thank you, Joel. Thank you,
Joel.
Tim. Yeah, we really appreciate you guys
It's been a great
doing
pleasure.
this on our behalf with us.
It's been very fun. Thank you.
The album is called Bide Your Time. The band is Skydiggers, and this has been Employee of the Myth. Employee of the Myth is hosted by Jane Gowan and recorded at Blue Rodeo's Woodshed Studio in Toronto, Ontario. The podcast is engineered by Tim Vesely, edited by Jane Gowan, and mixed by Tim Vesely and Jane Gowan. If you enjoyed this conversation, please rate, review, share, subscribe, and play it loud. My name is Joel Stewart. Thanks for listening.
Don't look to me for the answer. I don't know nothing anymore. I'll do my best in the meantime and wonder what it's been for. Je t'aime toujours, mon amour. Je t'aime toujours, mon amour.
Well, when Josh sings about staring into the abyss, an Employee of the Myth, we thought we'd have the washroom door open.
The video of Joel doing hot yoga Sorry, what was it? It wasn't yoga. What did
It
you
was
say?
erotic yoga.
Erotic posing. That'll be the video for employee of the myth.
That'll really bring people out to the show.
I got it all on my iPhone.
YouTube views.
We're going viral.